what's the QB plan for next season, guys? We just acquired Johnson. We got 4 QBs. What do you guys have a plan? What do you guys think we should do? Yeah, for next season.
No, go ahead, Silverado Kev. I got to stew on this one. I've been stewing on it all day, but I'm trying to bring it together.
I'm gonna say it first. Not Jimmy. I'm sorry. And I've said this on many occasions via tweets or whatever. I've even written when I was writing for Another Nation. I said in a couple of my articles, Jimmy's limitations and inconsistencies limit his offense and make the offense inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? He has played some good ball. You feel me? But it's just certain things that he can't do. It's like, oh man, come on, baby.
Yeah,
And like Grant coined the old good Jimmy versus bad Jimmy. Look, I said this to him. He is who he is. You feel me? And people talking about, he's not a finished product. A finished product? He's been in the league 7 years, 8 years. What you mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And look, man, and all y'all talking about the injury. He had footwork issues and mechanics issues before the damn injury. So stop that. Put that in park. I don't want to hear that no more. He's had some same footwork issues before he got hurt. Decision making and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate what he's done so far, but man, give me the $24 million back.
Right. All right. So that being said, what do you think we should do then? Should we try to get a free agent, a vet, a trade, or draft a QB, or both? What you think?
But I say both. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take up all the time on this subject, but I say both. Try to bring in one of these free agent guys, who gonna make a difference. Hey, I take a healthy. Honestly, I would. I take a healthy back in here. You know what I'm saying? I've heard Sam Darnold's name around. I'm not really feeling that too much. I take Matthew Stafford before I take Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? So, but in terms of who to bring in, hey, I like the boy from BYU. I do.
Yeah.
That boy nice. But I still should have bring in a vet in free agency, you know what I'm saying, and just sit that quarterback behind it.
Yeah.
Deon,
you got an idea?
All right. For me, I'm going to say this. I've been watching, a lot of people, reading a lot of articles on moving on from Jimmy and everything like that. My take on this is very simple. We need to move in the direction that the league is going. We need to move in the direction of a dual threat quarterback. Yeah. Jimmy is not a dual threat quarterback. Does he have his little miniature moments where he runs? Yes, but that's because he has to, and or because he knows we need a first down or something. Jimmy has a bad problem when the line isn't playing well. He gets happy feet. When you don't set your feet to throw, that ball will sail. It will not go where it's supposed to go. And you will look like a bad QB. And what people didn't realize is, do you know that before Jimmy Garoppolo got injured in this last game, the man that threw 3 interceptions and no touchdowns the last couple of games? Yeah. Everybody absolved him of those interceptions against who was it that we played? It wasn't the Dolphins. It was it the Dolphins? Yeah, they absolved him of that. I'm not gonna give you that. No, don't throw a pick. That's wrong. Don't throw a pick. Picks are bad. That gives the other offense an opportunity. To me, I don't like the Sam Darnold talk. Sam Darnold is trash, and you ain't never seen a USC quarterback win the Super Bowl. Man. I know that for a fact. I did my research, and plus I'm a diehard UCLA fan. So, and UCLA has won one, i.e. Troy Aikman. So, for me, it's a situation where Matthew Stafford don't want it because you got a bad back. The minute you get hit wrong, you're going to be out, and we're going to be going to the backup any damn way. The only person that I can think of that could possibly come here is there's 2 quarterbacks, Matt Ryan or Aaron Rodgers.
Woo!
And the reason I say that, let me tell you this. Matt Ryan, the reason I state him is strictly based on the fact that Matt knows the system. And if you put Matt here with the weapons that we have, he's going to be perfectly fine. Matt Ryan ain't never had no tight end like George Kittle. Never. He's had a receiver named Julio Jones that is a monster. and is to be respected top 3 receiver in the league on a year in and year out basis, unless the man's on the sideline, which he's not on that sideline very much, unless he's just not on the field because defense is on the field. But if you give Julio, if you give Matt Ryan what we have and the line that we have, and you actually can keep Weston Richburg greedy self, he's another waste of space. If you actually get him to be on the field, I see you looking a little tight about that one, but Richburg ain't been healthy. He has not been healthy.
No. Yeah.
So
No,
I get
agree,
you, but I would say it's either, and the reason that I say A-Rod is because A-Rod, since he was a little boy, wanted to play for the Niners.
Come back home.
When he walked up to the line, when he walked up to the line and he smiled, I wanted to punch him in the face last night because you don't smile. That's bad sportsmanship, sir. And I know he walked up to Fred and said, "Hey, man, you the greatest linebacker out there, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop." Fred should have gave him a swift little nudge to the, with his elbow to the ribs. Yeah, you're a good quarterback, but you smile like that again, and I'm going to knock your block off. Have some respect when you're on my field. You dig what I'm saying? So I say it's either Matt Ryan or Aaron Rodgers, because I'm going to tell you right now, if Rodgers is still mobile enough to do what Shanahan wants to do, and he's way more cerebral than Garoppolo is. Everybody knows that. I tell people all the time, people get into arguments with me because I say this, and they say, well, who's the best quarterback in our division? Russell Wilson. Well, nah, man, I think Jimmy. No. Jimmy is nowhere near Russell Wilson's level. Nowhere. Ain't even in the same conversation. Mentioning them in the same breath, somebody should punch me now. It's not right.
Yeah.
Russell is that good. Russell took people don't remember. Russell took Matt Flynn's job. Remember Matt Flynn had that good year when Rodgers was out, and they paid him that big money.
Yeah.
And Russell came in and said, "No, thank you, Matt. Go sit down." And then after Russell started, you know what they did? They said, "Hey, Matt, get up out of here, man. We'll give you the guaranteed money. Just go. We don't even need you."
Right.
But it's either Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan for me. Those are my 2 picks. I want nothing to do with the trash, worthless Sam Darnold, who's done nothing in the league since he's been here, and I don't want anything to do with broke back Matt Stafford.
Man,
I know where you went. I see Bron's face.
Yeah.
Bron's face. He was like, "Wait a minute." I'm literally talking about the man's actual back, his spine.
Yeah.
Backbone, not the movie. The Cowboys, and
okay, hypothetical. Like, do you think we can afford? Say we keep Jimmy G one more year, get a veteran, another veteran, and then draft a quarterback. And if the veteran do you think we can afford having like a Dak or a Ryan, Aaron? So if we get one of those tier guys, Jimmy G's out then.
The money. It's the money. Yeah. That's the problem that we have. It's the money.
Yeah.
So you can't have that going.
Even though if we offload like D4 next year.
No. Because what I'll tell you is this is what I would tell you. And I'll make this short and I'll give it to Kev. You can't have 2 starting quarterbacks. There was a dude that was going back and forth with me in a forum on Facebook for 49er fans, trying to tell me that we could afford to have Matt Stafford and Jimmy G on the same team because Matt would take a pay cut to come back to Kyle. I hit him with the laughing emoji about a billion times. Let me tell you this, and I'm not Matt Stafford, Matt Ryan. If you are Matt Ryan, you don't think you're a backup quarterback. You know you're a starter. You know somebody's going to pay you at a bare minimum $30 million to touch that field. Why, on God's green earth, would you come to San Francisco and back up somebody you feel like you're better than? It doesn't make sense.
At all.
And with Dak, let me tell you this. If Dak gets healthy, we're going to see Jerry Jones is going to be real pissed off because he's going to have to break him off. He's going to have to break him off because look at what's happening now.
Yeah.
With these little trad. Oh, you thought Andy Dalton? Andy Dalton. The man who can't win a playoff game? The man who sat in Cincinnati all them years and did nothing? You thought he was going to be your savior? You started some dude named Brian Demichi? I don't even know this dude's name. And now you're looking to start somebody besides that kid.
Yeah.
Y'all in the quarterback carousel. And only way that they don't pay Dak is if they tank enough to get Trevor. If they can draft Trevor and string him along, Dak will walk free. And I tell you this, if he comes here, I'm gonna welcome him with open arms. Come on, Dak, bring it in, baby. Give me a hug. You got some of that Oikos yogurt? Go ahead, bring the Oikos yogurt. I eat it with you, baby. I'm trying to get a little slim thick over here, get muscled up on him. Let's go. I'll take Dak. Why? Because he's a dual threat quarterback. And Dak is smart enough in the pocket and he knows what to do. And he can, man, you get Dak. If you put Dak in this offense, it'll work.
Right.
So, no, we can't keep those dudes.
And listen, I don't give a damn about your love affair for Jimmy G. But if you think we're going to keep paying Jimmy G all this money, and you back next year, let me tell you something. It's the top of the third, and you shooting free throws. That's how lost you is. It's the top of the third, and you shooting free throws. Go on somewhere.
Exactly. And if you don't figure out what Silverado Kev said, you've way more than lost. You got a lot of problems. Okay. I'm gonna break it down for you people. He was talking about basketball and baseball. If you didn't know. Okay. In the top of the third in baseball, you got plenty of time to catch up. But I'm gonna tell you right now, but you shooting them free throws, you looking like Shaq. You're looking like Shaq. You gotta miss it. But nah, we can't. It's just the money, man. The money. Right. Even offloading D Ford, because you can't pay two starters, because the thing is if you're gonna have that kind of a situation and it's gonna be competitive like that, what will happen is one's going to cancel out the other. Look at what happened in Philly. Why do you think Nick Foles had to be gone? You couldn't pay him enough to back up Carson Wentz. He knew winning that Super Bowl was going to garner him a big payday. So what did he do? He went and got paid. Now he's with Chicago and he looked like hot garbage, but he got his money. And he can say he won a Super Bowl. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there that are way better than he'll ever be in his career. But they can't say they won a Super Bowl. Look at Dan Marino, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever touch a football field. Never won a Super Bowl. You saw him in Little Nicky. You saw him in the movie Little Nicky, begging the devil to give him a Super Bowl. And he said, "No, man." And then he looked. He said, "He was a nice guy, Dad. Why didn't you give him one?" He said, "He just seemed like a really nice person." He said, "Anyway, I'm a Jets fan."
Oh man. Okay.
Divisional rival.
Yeah. Straight. Okay. I would love to have Matt Ryan or Aaron Rodgers. I don't know about Dak because his ankle is all jacked up. I don't know if he's gonna be good by next season.
He's young. Right? He's real young.
We're
Let me tell you something. When you're young, your body heals different. And with the type of technology that we have and the money that got paid this year, I'm guaranteeing you he can get the top traders to get himself in shape and be ready for next season. Yeah. Because next season is going to be different. They already have their COVID protocols, so we will have an off season. Most likely they'll shorten the preseason to 2 games. We'll have our training camp. All of the things that we normally are doing will go back to normal next year. Yeah. And I can tell you that in all honesty, because at the end of the day, people want to open up. Money needs to be made. And you will have fans in the stands next year, mark my words. Okay. Because Jed ain't going to be losing no more money paying rent on stadium that big. You ain't got nobody in there to buy nothing. You ain't buying no beer. You're not buying no hot dogs. You're not buying no nachos. You're not buying peanuts. You're not buying red vines. It's a lot. There's money being lost. And I'm going to tell you right now, money talking, you know what walk.